Hello.
Hi, it's Barbara and Robert Bourne from thebournelifestyle.com. And thank you for visiting our website. And feel free to learn more about us and check our wonderful business opportunities we have. But actually, now we would like to introduce ourselves to you. So, my name is Barbara, and I grew up in Slovakia and lived there half of my time. And I managed to finish a teaching degree back home and I became a teacher. But I always struggled with learning languages. I always had a hard time learning a second language. So I decided to travel a little bit to English speaking countries to see if I can one day master this language. And in one of my travels, I actually went to Vancouver, fell in love with the city, and decided to stay here. And even though it took a long time to recertify again to be able to teach here, it was worth it because I landed not just one job, but actually two jobs at the same time. One in elementary schools and one in adult education teaching adult immigrants. And at one of the sites where I taught, I met my handsome and wonderful husband, Robert.
That's me. That's me. I hope. Yeah, I grew up in Canada. I grew up in a Pacific coastal city called Vancouver. It's in British Columbia, Canada. I had some struggles early on in life, very young. Started working when I was 14 years old, 14, 15 years old, my brother and I. And through my 20s, I had a number of different jobs. I worked in construction, which is huge here in Vancouver. I also worked in the public sector. And I finally found a really good job with a food marketing company. And I worked there for about 20 plus years. It was a great job. I really loved it. But it got bought out by a U.S. company. And like a lot of you out there, I'm sure can relate to, that it got downsized and I lost my job. So now after being sort of cocooned in a job for 20 years, all of a sudden I was sort of out in the workforce again, looking for work, not really knowing what I was going to do. So I managed to get a job right away, luckily, and I got a job through the city that I lived in and the district, and started working in some of the buildings at the city, and that's where I met my beautiful wife, Barbara. And it was one of those things where it was just, this corner phrase, but it was love at first sight. So she saved me from a lot of issues and struggles I was having in my life, and she really showed me what was really important in life, which is great. It's awesome. So
That's right. And even though it took us a long time to
Yeah.
find each other,
very
I'm
late
glad
in
we
life.
did.
Yeah, so am I.
We have been only together for 5 years, right?
5 years.
We just got married like about
Been that
5
long?
years
5
ago.
years?
Yeah. But one thing you can probably relate is at the beginning of our marriage, we worked so hard. We both had two jobs on a go, and we worked so hard 6, sometimes 7 days a week, long hours, 10 to
12-hour
12,
days.
sometimes even 16-hour days. So we were exhausted, always on a go. So we felt like two passing ships that we just saw each other in a doorway.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, we were working so hard, and we were focusing so hard on trying to get ahead, that we were just working ourselves to death. It was just, like Barb said, it was 7 days a week, 16-hour days. And my Barb would come home during the daytime, and I was working in the afternoons or at night. And I just maybe have half an hour between just to say hi and how was your day, and off you went. So
we pretty much had no life,
No life.
social life,
Yeah.
no quality time together. So it was hard.
Wanting more, right?
Yeah.
Wanting something different, but didn't know how to do it.
And at the time, we didn't know what could be the second option.
Solution.
Yeah.
So, we struggled with that for a while, and then Barb had some health issues, and like she said earlier, all her family lives in Europe. So we made a really tough decision to separate and she went to Europe to deal with some of the health struggles, which is very difficult for a married couple to be away for any time, let alone 6 months.
So original plan was only 2 months. However, things didn't really go the way we hoped that they were going to go. So our 2 months extended into 6 months. So it was pretty hard to be apart for such a long period of time.
It was.
And because at least one of us had to work, so Rob had to stay behind because
Pay the bills.
he had to pay the bills,
Yeah.
get the work done, and plus we had lots of medical bills piling up in Europe, so it was costing a lot of money. So it was impossible for him to come and support me there.
Yeah. So we, you know, those nights I was sort of sitting alone because 6 months is a long time to be away from anybody you love, but from your wife especially. And I sort of sat and wondered, there has to be more to life. There has to be more than just grinding it out 9 to 5, Monday to Sunday, pretty much. There had to be more to life. There had to be more out there. So I started doing research, and I found a couple of really, really good internet opportunities. I tried them. They didn't really go anywhere. Really, it was a lot more work, and you didn't make very much money. So I'm very thorough in my checks. So I found this one great opportunity. It was an opportunity that sort of kept coming in front of me over and over and over again. So I thought I'd do some research on it. And I checked it a dozen different ways to see if it was a scam or see if there was, I checked the testimonials. I checked a lot of it on the internet, and it was from every angle, it was very, very solid. So I introduced Barbara when she got back home. And to my surprise, she just sort of took off and ran with it. And it was
and you know
great.
what? Because I needed to forget the past and move on and think differently and think towards the future. And I didn't question it. I've had no idea what he actually presented me with, tell you the truth. I sat in front of the computer and I started to study. It was something different, took my focus completely elsewhere, which was good for me. And the rest is pretty much history.
Yeah, it was something that, we started to work on, and the more we worked on it, we had a lot of help. There's a lot of coaching involved, personal coaching involved as well, which really, answers your question immediately instead of, putting in something on Google or a question and waiting 48 hours for a reply. It was immediate. They helped you through all the beginning struggles that anybody has when they start off in this business. So
that's right.
Yeah. So, if you're looking for an opportunity that is something that you want to break free from your job and you just don't know how, this is something that you can ask Barbara and I, on our website, bornlifestyle.com, and we can give you more details on what it's all about, how to get started if you're interested, and what it'll give you. I think the main thing that we take away from it is that it gave us life and time freedom. And financial freedom. I mean, that's something that we're all chasing, is the dollar.
Definitely.
Right? There's always bills, there's always things, and you get trapped in a cycle, and you can't break free.
And in today's world, internet is so big. There is a lot of money to be made from the internet. You just need to know how. So
at any one point in time, there's 1.2 billion people on the internet. So this is a new time, a new age where you can really make money at home and on the internet. It's just, there's so many more. The audience is so much bigger than it has ever been for opportunities. So we just took it and ran with it, and we're so happy we did, because it's just completely changed our lives 180 degrees. It
and
just
let's
totally
face it,
changed it.
From you and I, we knew nothing at the beginning about internet or marketing or business at all, really. We knew nothing.
Look, we're just normal people just like you. We didn't know anything about, we did email, that's pretty much all we did on the internet. You surf. We knew nothing. We know where you are. We know where you've been. We know the struggles that you go through.
For sure.
Day to day. We've been there.
We've done it. pretty much from the scratch, from zero.
From zero.
And if we can build a successful
Yeah.
online business,
If we can do it, trust us, you can do this
Yeah.
too. So if you have any further questions about just about us or about the business or any kind of opportunities that are on our website, feel free to contact us anytime.
and you can definitely reach us on our email at thebornlifestyle@fastmail.com. And really, it doesn't matter if you're a brand new, you've never done any business, you don't have any computer skills. If you are looking for something to do in your spare time and to make some extra money, reach us and talk to us. We can sit down, we can make a plan, and we can help you to get off the ground.
Get off the ground.
Yeah.
Break away from your 9 to 5 cycle. And trust me, this is something that we're trying to help other people now because we've really looked at it and we've made things successful ourselves, and we want to spread it to other people that are stuck in that same grind that we were.
For sure.
So it's Barbara and Robert Bourne from thebornlifestyle.com, and we'll be talking to you very soon.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.